morning, guys. It's Dr. Cool Auto Fix. This is gonna be part 2 video of how to test expansion valve without using any tool. Yeah, I know for a lot of you guys who have actually watched the first one, which I created, you're gonna be like, I've had a lot of aggressive comment and angry comment, which a lot of people actually disputing what I've actually my own methodology, my own orthodox method of testing if the expansion valve is still defective or good. Now this part 2 is gonna shed much more light and put much more simplified process of testing this expansion valve, and without any tool. Just like I said, all you need to do is to watch this video to the end, and I'm gonna be dropping the bars time after time without wasting your time. Now we all pretty much know well how the expansion valve really works, which I've actually explained in my channel, and 13 symptoms. If you have not watched it, go ahead and watch it. I'm gonna be leaving the description, the link in this video here, so you go and know the 13 symptoms of a bad expansion valve. That video right now is getting quite a better view because they know I'm actually speaking fact, and it's something that no one has actually taught on the YouTube channel. So I know much more better about car AC systems, so I stand the chance of giving you a better knowledge on how the system works. So for different car makes and model have different of this expansion valve. This is a brand new one which I've not used as a system before. And for most of you who have not watched the previous video here, I told you that here when you flip it like this, you have 2 holes, and you have 3/8 holes here, and you have a 1/2 inch here. Then on the front side you have 1/4 inch and you have 1/2 inch. And where you need to blow the air through is where the liquid gets through into the system, which is here. So if you blow air into this very portion here, and it's very restrictive to the air which you're blowing into through it, then it means that expansion valve is defective. But if it is looking freer, then that expansion valve is going to be working fine when you put it inside the system. Now the obvious or the non-obvious thing which most of you guys didn't know is when expansion valve get defective, it doesn't stock open. I have not come across any expansion valve that's stocked open. Most of them actually get clogged up and block up. I've seen that on Mercedes, I've seen that on Toyota, I've seen that on different car makes. So they create more restriction inside the system, which doesn't allow a manifold gauge set to equalize when you get it plugged into the system, when you get it connected into the system to take readings. Now the second way to actually test this expansion valve here without any tools, and on this very part here, is when it's already inside the system. You have to start your car, just like you see this car is already started right now. Then you want to go ahead, even if you don't have a thermometer, I actually say without any tool, so we're not going to be needing a thermometer, so we put this aside. So what you're going to be doing is you want to go ahead and turn the fan on to full blast. As you can see right now, the fan is on the full blast. Then you go ahead and reduce the temperature. All right, full blast. Then the temperature should come down low. The lowest temperature is what you want to have. Now you see the fan is on the full blast. I wanted you to go ahead and take a feel. All right, you won't be able to understand this, but let me give it to you in another perspective where you're going to understand it. Now let's go ahead. After turning it on to full blast, I want you to take your hand and take a feel at it, why the AC system is working. Now you go ahead and reduce the speed and take it all the way to 1 or 2 bars, just like as you can see right now. When you take it up to full bar, I want you to take your hand and take a feel at it. You're going to actually notice that if the system is working very fine or not working as expected, let's put it this way, if the system is working, it's going to be colder when you reduce the temperature, when you reduce this fan speed. The lower you go, the better it is. Now that's something you have to note right there. When you increase it, I want you to judge between the first when it's not on a full blast and when it's on full blast. If it's on full blast and you are having a mixture of air and refrigerant and cold air coming out of here, then there is every tendency that your expansion valve is defective and not working very fine. Now that's another way. Then another way you also need to use to actually test this expansion valve, which is the third way to actually use to test the suspension valve to know if it is working or not working without tools, is still using this fan method which I just showed you right now. You go ahead and increase the fan and turn it to full blast and reduce the temperature to be the lowest. Now when the fan inside is on and the AC is on the full blast, now we're gonna go ahead and pop the hood open. Now let's go to the hood. Okay, this Lexus here is seriously sealed, so for most of the cars you're gonna be seeing the suction line and the liquid line mostly on the left side if you're facing the car, just like I'm facing here. So we're gonna be going ahead and remove the tab that's holding this in place and get it out of the way, then locate the suction and the liquid line. The suction line oftentimes is the bigger one, which is the one down here, and the liquid line is the smaller one. So I want you to go ahead and take a feel at the suction line. If it is cold to touch and not sweating too much, then the expansion valve is good. But if it is cold to touch, not too cold to touch, and it's sweating really hard, then that expansion valve is not good. It's not doing its job the way it's supposed to do it. That was the fourth one. Then the last one, which I'm going to be using to summarize it here, is the liquid line. When the system is working very fine, I want you to look at this pipe altogether. The one that comes from the compressor into the condenser is not the liquid line, but the discharge line. This is the discharge line. If you touch it, it's going to be extremely hot. All right? It's going to be extremely hot. Now let's go over again. But this one here, if you look at here and here, they are looking almost the same. All right? So this is the suction line here, but this one here, this one you can see here is the discharge line. So this one is going to be extremely hot. And this one is going to be cold when the system is working very fine. While on this one here, if it is hot to touch, this very liquid line that you see here, the smaller one, if it is hot to touch or mid-warm to touch, then your expansion valve is not doing its job correctly the way it's supposed to do it, because it shouldn't be mid-warm. It should just be normal temperature, like as if it's not warm at all. And when it's not warm at all, and here the suction line is not sweating really hard, then you know that the expansion valve is doing what it's designed to do. But if it is hot to touch or mid-warm, I mean the liquid line, then the expansion valve is defective. Then you need to replace it. So guys, these are my 4 ways to actually determine a defective expansion valve without using any tool inside it to diagnose it or whatsoever, without manifold gauge set or whatsoever. So I believe right now, for most of you who don't have a manifold gauge set to actually troubleshoot it, or a thermometer like this to actually insert in the gauge and take the readings, then you should have it at the back of your mind right now that you have actually known the 4 ways to test a defective expansion valve with or without tools. So what are you waiting for? Subscribe to my channel, give me a thumbs up, and I gotta catch you guys later. This is Dr. Cool Auto Fix. Bye for now.